Welcome back to Uncle Plug TV. Like, comment, subscribe, comment. I want to see your comments. I really do. All right. I want to talk about how Shannon Sharp is catching a lot of flack right now about the his position on Lamar Jackson. And everybody hypocritical, backhand compliments, you know what I mean? I understand that. But you first, I gotta come to his defense because I want to let you know that Nightcap and First Take and Undisputed is two different platforms. I don't want them to look at the public like they're slow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna fill y'all in on something. I know he's catching a lot of flack. I know he's switched up his position and everything, but this is what it is. First Take and Undisputed are debate shows. If you look at the bottom, there's a question. They'll ask a question. They'll ask, what do you think about Lamar Jackson and his contract situation? Now, when the question is asked, Molly and the lady that's I'm not familiar with the lady on Undisputed who asked the question, and she say, Skip, I'll take your position on this, and Shannon, I'll take your position on that. Whoever goes first, they're either going to take the antagonist or the protagonist. So it's different when you're debating. They having the Michael Jordan and they're having the LeBron James. You know, Skip is going to always take Michael Jordan, and Shannon's gonna always take LeBron James. So at the end of the day, it's like that's a conversation and trying to see who's the better, whether it's Michael Jordan to go or is it LeBron James to go. Now, when they're talking about things such as Lamar Jackson, and he had this position, they're going to take a protagonist or antagonist position on the question that's being at hand. Now, whether if it starts out and it's like, oh, Shannon, you take it. And he says, well, I'm going to take the protagonist because I got more pros in my mind about the situation than I do the negative. Or you're going to take the antagonist, which I'm going to take the negative side. I got more negative things to say to win this debate on this question than taking the positive side. Okay? So that's where it comes from. But when he's on Nightcap or Club Shay Shay, these are personal opinions, not a debate. These are just personal opinions of what he's saying and what he sees, not the question that's at hand at the bottom of the screen. You know what I mean? So when it comes to that, and he's talking about Lamar Jackson, yeah, he's looking at Lamar Jackson from a real Shannon Sharp perspective. Man, Lamar Jackson is explosive. He's amazing. He ain't that accurate, but at the same time, he's putting the ball where it needs to be, and they're winning football games. Yeah, they were slow in the beginning, but now they're here. It's the playoffs, and now we got everything gelling. They went up against the last opponent, and they won convincingly. They did their thing. It is what it is. Now he can speak on it from the perspective of himself and not just a question that's being asked at the bottom of the screen. And I understand it, because it's a lot of fans that just being in a barbershop, and you run across so many different fans: Kansas City Chiefs fans, Baltimore Ravens fans. You run across Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Miami Dolphin fans. You run up against Las Vegas Raiders fans. You go Los Angeles Charger fans. You run into every walk of life and everybody and who they hold, as their team or whatever the case may be. And everybody be up, people be real at their quarterback. They be at their quarterback. They be at their wide receiver. They be at their running game. They be at the head coach, defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator. They be at everybody. You know what I'm saying? Nobody is just going to be standard throughout the season, because your opinion is going to change as well. You know what I mean? Like, it was time at the beginning of the season. I'm like, man, we got Baker. We got Big Nuts Baker. I'm riding with Big Nuts Baker. We got the same squad that Tom had. We had the same squad that J Boo had. And guess what, man? We done got better and better and better and better. Only thing we got to do is implement that quarterback and do what it do. If you'd have said the first 7-8 8 weeks, you like, man, look, man, Baker looking like trash. Then you had to start to think and say, man, this is the first time they're in this offensive scheme. They all got to get adjusted to. We got a brand new OC. He's implementing something totally different, and all these guys have to adjust and get the timing down and all that. La, 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 la. But most fans aren't that objective. It's either win or loss. It's either a dub or an L. They don't care nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking at the intangibles. They're looking at the tangible. They want wins and losses. So, you know, if you're a real fan and you're a real fan of the sport, you know, like me, you know, you looking at all the intangibles as well. You're looking at everything that makes your team what it is. But most people are X's and O's. They don't care about that. They don't care about wins and losses. And I understand that. But as analysts, they got to do their job. So they're going to be, you know, they're going on. You're only as good as your last game. So when Monday morning comes, or Tuesday morning comes, or Friday morning comes, however you perform, that's how they're going to, you know, critique you and analyze you. It just is what it is. That's a part of the game. And we as viewers, fans, subscribers, we have to understand the difference between the two. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you. That's why I'm Uncle Plug. You got to come to holler at Uncle, you know, and Uncle tell you what it is. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's all I'm doing, trying to shed some light. I know he's been catching a lot of flack, and I know, you know what I'm saying, he been going through it, you know, but listen, bro, that's just a part of the job. That's a part of the monster. That's a part of the monster which he's in. You know what I mean? You got to take the good with the bad and the ugly. You got to take it. You know what I mean? I know he just got them 54 million views on that Cat Williams. I don't think none of your comments gonna hurt him anyway. He's sitting on big stacks. You know, the tube that paid him good, paid him well. You know what I mean? I understand it. So this is what I tell you as viewers and subscribers. Just understand exactly what you're commenting on when you're commenting on it. You know what I mean? And most people care and most people don't. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. But, you know, looking at the game of the NFL game, you know, it's a lot of things that go into it, and you got to really pay attention because these guys are ex-players. These guys have been around the game. They understand the game. They're watching the game just like you're watching the game, but they're looking at it from a different point of view because they've played. So they understand. They know what coverages they're looking at. They know what, you know, what they should have done and what they didn't do. And you're watching the game, and most of these guys be at a game. I don't know if it's a difference between watching the game while you're at the game than watching it at home, because you're going to get so many views, so many camera views at a time. But when you're watching the field, you don't see it to the highlight till they point it out and say, man, this guy here was open. This guy here was open. If you want to go check my last post when I was talking about Josh Allen. Josh Allen blowed that game. No one agrees. You know, everybody says because he's so talented, you know, it's nothing about his skill set or none of that. But it's all about he blowed the game. He blowed my ticket. He did. Because he could have went underneath to Kincaid, to Dalton Kincaid, and he could have boom. He could have at least spread it out, got closer, or they probably could have been in a fourth and shorter. You know what I mean? But no, he went for the gusto. He blowed the wreck. He blowed wreck. He did. He blowed wreck. It is what it is. So at the end of the day, you know, everybody has their own viewpoint of looking at things. And that's just what it was. That's just my perception. That's just what I seen, and that's what I saw. He had 3 people dragging across. We had 2 on the cross and 1 in the drag. 2 on the cross, 1 in the drag. Go check the highlight. The last 1 minute and 38, 45, whatever, 45 seconds of the game, you'll see those 3 coming across the field. Yeah, he could have went underneath. He went for the gusto. He didn't have to go for the gusto. You ain't got to go for the gusto. Inch away at this thing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's a big game. It's icy cold out there. It's a lot on the line. Your hands shaking. You're nervous. The pressure of the game is on you. Hey, you gotta do your thing, bro. You got to understand what you're doing and how you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot on the line. It's a lot of pressure. You know, I don't take nothing away from him. I hate that, you know, they can't get over the hump. To tell you the truth, Buffalo wasn't one of the teams I wanted to see go to the AFC Championship anyway. I just didn't want to see them. You know what I mean? Because, you know, you got it. I want to see Patrick Mahomes. I want to see Lamar Jackson. I want to see Lamar beat Patrick. Just to say that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing against Patrick or the Chiefs. You know what I mean? I don't know what the storyline would tell because I know Andy Reid and already, I don't know if this out there yet, but I've seen it. You know what I mean? That Andy Reid has said he's going to retire after this season. So you never know what the storyline may be where they might, everybody say that the game rigged. Me necessarily, I do and I don't, but I know certain situations, especially that Peyton Manning situation, riding off into the sunset, you know what I mean, and knowing that he's down with ESPN now and all that, he's just involved. Him and his brother is real involved. I don't know. I'm a conspiracy theorist to a certain fault, but I know it's that time. It's that time, and you never know. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be a good game come Sunday. The Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs, the Detroit Lions, and the San Francisco 49ers is going to be a hell of a playoff weekend, and hopefully we'll have some more content to discuss this thing, and y'all can come back here on Uncle Plug TV and we can chop it up together. You feel me? So, hey, always like, comment, subscribe, go push that like button. Just push that like button. You know what I mean? And if I can fulfill your needs and you like my commentary, whatever, then you subscribe. But just shoot a like. It's free, baby. Just boop, hit that thumbs up. It's free, baby. Come back and holler at me. Uncle Plug, baby. I'm out.